Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Mystery Mondays. And today we are going to make some binder charms. I just got to do some little tidbits so I can share this in my group and everything. And if you're not a part of Chat with Sassy's... Oops. And mute my phone at the same time. Chat with Sassy's Crafty Friends. We like to share our projects there and have fun. And then we're going to share in our group. Mystery Monday is now live. Get some eyeballs with the little stars in there, and we're going to share that. Alright, and if these kind of projects are not your cup of tea, don't worry. We have other projects. We have our paper crafting Wednesdays and everything. And there is Miss Pam and Jean and Miss Gloria. Hello, lovely ladies. But hopefully you'll find something that interests you on my channel, and you just hit that subscribe button and get some notifications, because I like to do all sorts of fun stuff. And today, like I said, we are making we want to decorate these little pulleys on our pencil cases. Well, I do, because I'm like, I just need a green pencil. Well, that's not where the green ones are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of charms that have the colors that are in here. So we have some reds, purples, and blues for this one. Let me just open these all up. Miss Diane of Oz, how are you? How are you? Absolutely. Hey, and just because you're my moderator, Pam and Jean, you do not have to show up. I know that, my Mystery Mondays especially are not something that everybody is into, and I will not be upset at all if you're going to go hang out with somebody else, because, because Biddy Penny is live right now. I just noticed that, she only has so much time in her day, and she can't go live on a set schedule all the time, so... I will be watching her replay when I get done here. I'll be watching her replay while I eat my dinner. But, yeah. Lots of airtime for everybody. Hello, Linda. How are ya? Sherry D. Hello, lovely lady. So, I have an abundance. It's kind of disgusting how much jewelry stuff I have. And it hasn't been used in years. And I didn't realize, well, I need to do some dusting. I organized everything. This was in the back room. I dusted it before I put it away the 2 years ago when we moved here. But, yeah, it just needs sanitized. Where's that alcohol? We're just going to wipe it down because it's kind of dusty. It's been sitting there for years. But I have all sorts of goodies. I've been collecting this stuff for years. But I'm hopefully going to make this very basic so that you can be inspired if you want to make your own, that you don't have to buy a lot of stuff. I would recommend, these are called head pins. And there's two types of head pins. There's a head pin with a hook, a loop in it. This is so you can connect one to another, like so. So you would put your bead on and then wrap an end on this, and then you can connect another one. This one is I don't know exact name for it, but I call it my stopper head pin. It's got this little flattened area. Let's see if we can. Okay, that little flat area, like the head of a nail. And what that does is it stops the bead from going, but then you can't attach anything. So most packages, when you buy them, come with a little bit of the round and a little bit of the flat. Some packages is all round, some packages is all flat. So you can pick up any kind of package you like. Dawn says, that stuff looks familiar. Hello, hello. How are you all doing? Okay, so the flat one, Gloria said, is the head pin. So what is the open-ended round one called? Are they just called head pins? You know, I just like to do stuff. I don't always know the proper terminology. But they have different colors: black, gold, copper, bronze, silver tone. And I say silver tone because you can actually buy sterling silver, precious metals, stuff like that. But we're going to work with, this one's a little short, but that's okay. We're going to work with some of the silver toned ones. So I'm going to grab out ones with the round ends, and I'm going to grab a couple of stopper ends. Loop. Oh, eye pin. Okay, head pin. Thank you, Gloria. See, I'm learning. So we've got our eye pin and our head pin. Head and eye. I'll try and use the right. Yes, Gloria. I'm putting you to the test. I'm going to try and use the proper terminology. So we've got our eye pin and our head pin. So I'm just going to make a little pile of the eyes and a little pile of the heads. Okay. Because I don't like to keep my open container by me, because I'm kind of a klutz. For whatever reason, I like to knock things over, and it's not pretty, and it makes a mess. It's terrible. It's terrible. Okay. And then the next thing you need, so we've got our head pins and our eye pins to actually connect the beads to the beads. We then need something to connect our beads to our little dangles on our zipper pulls. Okay, so some zipper pulls come with the perfect setup. I mean, that right there is going to be the perfect place, but maybe your zipper pull doesn't, and it's kind of not useful. So maybe this isn't open. Maybe it's just one of the flat zipper pulls like on a jacket. You can snip that off. Okay, if I didn't like this, I could just snip this off, because our zipper has a hole in it. That's how everything hangs on. And we're going to grab our lobster claw or other type of grabber bit. Okay, but see, that won't go through there. So we need a hook. So the next thing you will need are what they call O-rings. Okay, and they do come pre-made, so you don't have to make them, but you can make your own. And they are just an O with a little split. There's a little split right there, so when I open it, I can attach it to this. Okay, so we're going to grab out an O-ring, because I'm using, this is an old necklace lobster claw. Okay, lobster. See, there's a little pinchy. Pinch, pinch, pinch. If you don't find a lobster claw, you can use just more O-rings. You can do like 2 O-rings and then attach your beads. There's lots of ways to attach this, but I want to do a lobster claw. That way there, if I change my mind and maybe I rearrange my pencils, I can take the beads off easily and move them around. So I'm going to do all of mine with some lobster claws. And they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. You can buy them brand new. Here's a new one. There's a little bitty one. Okay. Now our O-ring would come in handy because I wouldn't be able to attach this little tiny guy to that. But I can take my O-ring, attach that there, and then clip my little lobster claw. Okay, so we're gonna need our O-ring, our lobster claw. But I'm gonna use the old, I'm just gonna reuse an old necklace, an old bracelet, you know, anything you can. That's the fun thing about jewelry making, is you can repurpose anything. Yeah, Gloria, she uses those eye pins and head pins. Her glue toppers. Come on, do a little bit focus. A little bit focus, just a little bit. Okay, so this is the full length of her eye pin. Okay, super cute. She does some goodies here and a little bead there. And then there's our eye pin sitting right at the top to hang on to her little beads. And there's her little O-ring or jump ring. Depending on the company, they might call them a jump ring because you're jumping from one item to the next. Okay, and then she's got more little jump rings in here. They do come in all shapes and sizes, but we're only going to use the one jump ring to connect to our lobster claw. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to connect my beads together. And there's a bazillion ways to do this. Probably not a bazillion, but there's a lot of ways to do jewelry. Okay. I'm going to grab out, oh look, I forgot I was working on that. Oh my, I was just wondering why I didn't have any green wire. It's in here. Okay, this one's a fun one. So I strung all my beads on. These are actual, oh, what are these? They're a real green stone. They're not emeralds. They're something else. I can't remember. I've had them for years. I don't remember anything. But I do a strand and then I make my own eye pin at the end. And then when I go and connect another one with the eye pin, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be making our own eye pin ends to connect to the next one. But I may have to do a little video for TikTok and fast forward it and finish this little gem up. Oh. Okay, so if you're just wanting to make charms, you know, maybe some little gifts or something, you can go out and you can purchase a whole set of these. Or you can just get 2 specific items. Okay, you're going to want some snippers. These are metal cutters. Okay, you can get these at any hardware store. In the floral department of a lot of areas, you know, they use them to cut floral wire. I mean, Jean, absolutely, green wire. So just a good pair of snippers, okay, and not like good as in spend a lot of money, just as comfortable for you. Maybe not the 99-cent ones because they will dull a lot faster. Maybe the next size up. Okay, and then these guys. Pardon me again, I don't know the terminology, but it's basically 2 cones on here. So they're round, and then they expand that like a cone, a ice cream cone. Okay, so it's got 2 cones, and this is the other tool I use a lot. Okay, and you can make just these 2 tools work for you, and that's if you're getting started and just want to test stuff out. I, of course, bought the set because I do other stuff, and these other ones came in handy. Okay. And you might even have needle nose pliers already. So ask your hubby, ask your roommate, say, hey, do you have a little pair of needle nose pliers? That's what these ones are. Okay, this comes in handy sometimes too, so, but it's not necessary, and I'll show you. You don't have to use those ones. And then this one comes with like a scoop, some tweezer, and then this little awl. This little guy helps if your bead might not be open all the way. Round nose pliers is what Susan, thank you. So your round nose pliers, round nose, and then wire snips, wire cutters. Diane of Oz, Janine, Maureen Pryor, hello, hello. I know, I'm just so shocking with my green. So once you get all your tools, okay, let me set those tools aside, let me set those aside, and, oops, oh, those are big ones, okay, I am just checking one other thing out. See, I've got old necklaces. You can stop at your, look, it's still taped shut. Holy moly. Old necklaces, you go to your local thrift store. Now, these you will probably find is, you know, those inexpensive, baggies full of necklaces, costume jewelry. These are absolutely fun to add to whatever. You know, those necklaces that turn you brown. Okay, you can find wire that will go through those chains. So I always buy them when I see them, which, speaking of which, I think I have some somewhere that are not here. But big chain there. Ooh, what's that? Okay, that's weird. George Washington. I don't know what that is. I think that was in my mom's stuff. But anyways, I digress. Lots of chains and stuff. So you don't have to spend lots. You can hit your thrift store in the jewelry department to find your 99-cent lobster claws, you know, just stuff laying around. Because say like you didn't have a lobster claw, but you had an old chain with these round ones, you can use those. Okay, you can use those. I just find them a pain. I like the lobsters better. Okay, so we got our tools and our wires. So we need some pretties. We need some blingy bling. And today I'm going to work on my green. I think we're going to, since I have green out, recently went shopping and it was out. So I've got this little piece. It's just a little stone. I want to say it's seashell. They probably dye it. I don't save the packaging, so I don't know. So there's some green, and then there's some yellow and oranges. So I'm going to add these two. We got a little yellow and little orange. And you know what? We might, come here you. We might throw in some of this really bright orange. Just a little bead right there. We'll see. We'll see. And then I'm going to keep this close in case I need more. And we can always throw in clear and neutrals. Which, speaking of, let's pull out a couple of those. Just something interesting. Close that up so if I knock it over, it will be fine. This here is malachite. I love malachite. Madonna's bras. That's too funny. Okay. So, and then this one, when I bought this strand, comes with extra stuff. So extra beads and whatnot. Ooh, you know which one I forgot to grab. Let me slide over here. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. See, I knew I bought some of those a couple of months ago. Do I have, yep, I have a little green owl too. You guys are like looking at the light. You guys aren't even checking me out, my little, that is not the way we want to go. I don't know. There we go. I need to change that. They could be resin poured mica. Absolutely. Thinking about, I've got enough points to have a $50 coupon at Ranger, and I put a little bit of their resin in my cart, and I put the new heated, well, it's not new, but the heated tool, because I don't have one of those. So I've got a little cart going, and I've got my $50 coupon, so I'm kind of checking things out so that I don't actually, you can make beads with molds. Yup. Just gonna pop these, I'm just gonna pop a couple of these off. I might not even use it, but see, there's that abalone. That's probably abalone too, I don't know, but we're gonna do that, and I think we'll do one of those, and then we'll put that together and maybe do, I want more yellow. I need more. That's not quite yellow enough. Let me see what I have. It's not, it's like a yellowy green, which I think will work. I just want more yellow. Oh my goodness. And these are a fun little shape it to, like a yellowy green color. I think that's what we'll do. I gotta look. It's been shook up and moved around so much, I gotta reorganize the poor thing. Holy moly. Okay, so we got that little guy right there. Yeah, I think that's gonna look good. So I'm gonna do that dangle, that dangle, that dangle. Okay, so we're gonna take our eye pin, okay, and we are going to put this little jemmy on there. So all we're going to do is we're going to thread that on and pop, just like that. Now we're going to get our round nose pliers, okay, and I like to put the smallest part of them right along the bead and then slide up just a smidge. I mean just a smidge, that you can see the wire between the bead and your tool. That way there, you can, oh, actually, no, a little bit more than that. It's been so long, you guys. Okay, so we're going to set the wire kind of in the middle of our tool, so that when we wrap around, we're going to get a bigger eye opening. And we're going to come down, okay? And then you don't have to move your tool, but I'm going to move it so you can see. Now I'm grabbing this and I'm pulling it up and tight to the tool and then tight to the wire. Okay. And then we're going to go around. Okay. And I like to wrap it a couple of times. A lot of creators, they just wrap it once. Okay. So when I slide this out, I get my lopsided circle, so I'm going to take and bend my circle to be not lopsided or twisty. And it's very easy. You just pinch it and adjust it. Okay. Now this piece I don't need. This little stabby. I'm watching. Deborah says her internet is terrible. Yeah, mine is glitching too. So, what is going on? What do I have going on? Maybe that. Let's close that. Do I have anything else open? I don't see anything else open. Hopefully that will help. I did have a web browser open. I'm watching intently. I'm always wanting to know how to do this. Janine says, and Jean's like, Janine, are you going down another rabbit hole? And like I said, if you shop frugally, you can actually do this pretty cheaply. Now, a lot of you die cutters out there know about this. When you have to separate dies, you put your pinchers in there and you have this little piece of metal that's going to shoot off. It's like, whoa! What I'm going to do is I'm going to tip it down because I've already pinched it where I need to. So I'm going to tip it down and then put my fingers over it so when I snip, it falls in my hand. Okay. And then I grab it and right into the garbage. Now you can either do like a little dish and put it in or whatever, but you don't want the little pieces on the floor because if you step on it, you're going to have to dig that thing out like a splinter. So here's the store-bought end of the eye pin. Okay, store-bought end. And then our homemade end. Okay. So say like we didn't have any of these. Maybe we only have these. You could snip this off. Okay. And then make your own eye pins on both ends. You can make anything work for you guys. Okay. So, now we have this. We have a bead that can be connected to something and something that can be connected to it. Okay, now this little gem, this one's going to be easy. Okay, we're just going to open up his little thing and attach him somewhere. So, we're going to set him aside. Now, this little beauty. I do not want anything dangling below this one, so I'm going to grab my head pin, the one that has the stopper on it. And I'm going to try my little short one to see if that'll work, and then I have to decide. Do I want it hanging this way? Do I want it hanging that way? And sometimes the stone will tell you which way it should hang. And so there, I'm just threading that through. Okay. That's actually going to be enough room for me to work my magic. Okay, so we're going to, again, right in the center of the tool. Okay, just enough room for the wire to go in between. Okay, just enough room. You see that little teeny bit of wire right there. So I'm going to take this. Now this is when this comes in handy, your little needle nose pliers. And again, you should have these in your toolbox because they're great for cleaning out all sorts of stuff. Because it is so small, I could wrap it around, but see, no, you can't. When I start to wrap it, it gets shorter and shorter. So I'm going to push it as much as I can. And then I'm going to grab, see if I can't hold this so you can see. I'm going to grab the end of that. And this one might just actually be too small. And I'm going to shove that down there. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, technically it is closed. Okay. It's closed. Just like that. I personally don't like that. This is how a lot of people, not a lot of people, I shouldn't say that. A lot of companies, when you buy a necklace, this is what it is. It's a nice piece of metal, and they've wrapped it around, and they've closed it like an O-ring. Okay? And yes, if you know it's not going to be yanked on or pulled on, this will be perfectly fine. This is not safe for keychains and stuff because, you know, those get knocked around and that's going to open up so easy. So, I'm going to see if I can just get it to wrap around one more time. And if I can't, I think I'm going to just take it out. So I've made my opening smaller just by grabbing and twisting. Okay, so there's my little pieces sticking out now. Now I'm going to take that little piece and hang on to it. I'm going to get my those little guys in there. And then I'm going to work it. Sometimes it's a little hard. I'm going to take this and shove it. Shove it. Take this job and shove it. Oops. We're just going to work that in there. Because, you know, I'm cheap and frugal. I want to save my monies for other things. So we're just going to make this work. And I kind of flatten that out. So stand that back up. Do its little doodad. And then pinch that in there. There we go. There we go. Yeah, look at that. You're like, I can't see anything, Elizabeth. What am I looking at? So I have maneuvered the wire with just the tip of my tool. And that one's being stubborn. Okay. Pinch. Okay, and I'll squish that down so it's not in my opening. There we go. So now I've taken and wrapped that piece of wire around, made my opening a little bit less, but if something snags my two pieces, it's not going to fall apart. It doesn't harden some when you curve it. It doesn't. Oh. Okay, hold on. T says something. So, Miss Hello. Okay. Tools with... Yeah, because they didn't have tools with green handles, Pam. Susie Fick, hello. Jonna, hello. I was just pink tools too. Thank you. It does harden some when you cure it. I missed something. Or she was referring to something I said, and I don't know. Cheryl, hello. How are you doing? Cordelia. Alright. So, we've got a piece that has the head pin for a stopper. So nothing can dangle off of that. We have this little piece that we can add dangles to the top and bottom. Okay. And then we have these three little pieces. Now for these, I'm going to use the little eye pin. Okay. Little eye pin. And I'm going to string my first one on. I'm going to string my second one on. And I'm going to string my third one. Oops, maybe. Third one. Metal gets hardened. So it's soft. Then you start bending it and it bends. Huh. Interesting. Oh, yeah, okay. Just takes me a minute. I'm a little slow. Okay, so now we're going to do the same. We're going to put our tool in the middle-ish, really close, so that we only see a little glimpse of the metal between the bead and our tool. And basically you just want enough room so that when you, and I'm pinching hard, okay? So if you have carpal tunnel and stuff, this may be a little tough because you got to get a good grip. So I've got a grip on this, and now I'm going to bend it down and bend it back up on the other side, nice and close to the tool and right between the tool and the bead, and then we just spin that around, okay? And while I'm still hanging onto it, no I'm not, I lied, because I do that. We're going to grab our little snip'ems. We're going to place our snippers, turn, pinch, and there's our little metal piece right into the garbage. Okay, and so now my little eye pin is kind of wonky, so I'm just going to straighten him out, smack him around a little bit, and now we have our nice little rounded piece. Hello, Susie Fake. Yeah, T says that's why I quit wire twisting, gnarled up her top knuckles. Yeah. Better you than me, Janine. Can't do fine stuff like that anymore. No feeling in the fingers. Oh, I'm sorry. Janine says, I'll go down that hole at some point. Okay, so there's our little bits. Okay, we've got our oranges and yellows and greens. That's going to go with our colored pencil section. And, you know, I bought these little guys. They're super cute. I'm going to use one up. So I'm just going to grab some scissors here, and I'm going to cut the plastic right there. Thank you, Jonna. Donna. She says, don't forget the thumbs up. Uh-oh, where'd he go? There he is. So I'm going to do another stopper. I don't want anything attached to this one, so we're going to put our head pin in like so. Uh-oh. We have an issue. Our bead is too big for the stopper. Okay. So don't panic. What we're going to do is we're going to close this off so that it does fit. And in order to do that, I'm going to snip the head pin. Okay. I'm just going to snip that off. And do you see? I put that on there. I tipped it so that little metal shard is going to shoot down and right onto my finger. So I can throw that little piece of metal in the trash. And now I've got a stick. You guys, I have a stick. Using something you bought? What? Who's using stuff they bought? Don't forget. Okay. Yeah. T says, love rabbit holes. Absolutely. And she's going to heat some leftovers for dinner. Yep, Gloria's right. You can put a tiny bead on first. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do, but I want him all by himself, just hanging there. So we're going to do a fun little thing for his bottom. Okay, we're going to make our own eye pin because, well, it's not an eye pin. We're going to make a little curly Q. Okay, so I've gripped this closer to I've gripped my wire closer to the end. Okay, I don't want a huge circle, and now I'm just going to start pinch and twist, okay, and what that's going to do is it's going to make like this little curly Q. Now that I have my curly Q, I'm going to flatten it out. Okay, so now I've created a cute little stopper. You can just pinch it and adjust it the way you want. Okay, so when I put this back in here, he's sitting on this cute little curly Q. Okay, So you can do little curly Q ends. You could make little hearts. If you're talented, you can make little hearts that you can fold over. All sorts of fun things. Little zigzags. Just something that will stop. Oh, nope. Don't do that. Little something that will stop it from falling off there. Twist and flick. Bend and snap. So now we're going to do our normal thing. We're just going to grab a little bit ways down. You know, the further up, the smaller the hole. The further down, the bigger the hole. So I'm going to push that down around. And this one's a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to adjust my hands and stuff. So that one's going to stab me. So I'm just going to grab my needle nose pliers. And I'm going to twist that right around. Just like so. I need that to go a little bit more. Here we go. Ta-da! Did I do it? Yes, I did. Okay. And I'm actually going to... Well, that is wrapped around. Tell ya, sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to pinch where I need to snip it, turn it down. And where'd he go? Into the garbage. I meant haha and hello to Dawn. Great movie, by the way. Marguerite Francis. Don't cut it. Use a little seed bead. Maybe I can convince my brother to start this craft. He is amazing at beadwork, just not this kind. Right, Janine? Tell him, dude, I saw this thing. We should make charms. Which, all of these steps, okay, everything we do here is just a step. And those steps can be used to make jewelry as well. And we're just going to make charms. But we are just making a charm for our little drawer pull. So we've got all of our little beads all hooked up and ready to go. So there's a stopper, and then dangleums. Well, that one's kind of a stopper too, but we'll get to that in a minute. So now we need the chain part. And I pushed it way over here. I pushed it out of my way and then forgot to bring it back. I'm liking my little cart now that I have all the room. I loaded my cart up with all the goodies. He may already have, yeah, if he does beading and stuff, he probably does. Okay, so we're going to grab some chain. And we're going to mix it up a little bit. It doesn't have to all be... Well, that chain is like two-toned. I'm going to use a little bit of that one. A little bit of that one. Oh, I'm thinking... I think that'll work. And these are not expensive chains. These are just cheapy things. Way cheapy, you guys. Super cheapy. You know, you buy them in they're plastic and, yeah, I think this one's plastic. It feels like plastic. Okay, so I'm going to put that one on that chain. I'm going to put those ones on that chain. I'm going to put you on that chain and you on that chain. Okay, so what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to grab our end piece, our little lobster claw, whatever closure you're using, even if it's an O-ring, okay? So if you're going to use an O-ring, use two. You're going to have one that attaches to the item and one that attaches to your beads. Okay, so this is what I'm working with. The lobster claw and this guy. I'm going to take my jump ring, okay? We're going to grab those needle nose pliers, and if they have teeth, just don't pinch too hard. We're going to grab the O-ring on one side of the cut mark. Now, we may be tempted to pull apart the O-ring, But once you start pulling, you lose the shape of your O, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to grab it with your tool, nice and firm grip, and then we're going to put our fingers right here. We're supporting everything, so I'm like pushing and pulling at the same time. We're going to take our thumb and we're just going to push. Just push our O-ring open, and not a lot, just enough to get that in there. But see, it looks like it's a closed ring until you open it, and it's not. Okay, so we want to make sure we're not pulling it open, we're pushing, we're doing this with it. Okay, this, not this. This is bad. We want to do this. Okay, so we're going to get our support. We're going to get that right up there next to the opening, and we're just going to gently push. Chocolate pudding! Nummy, nummy! He didn't sell at the beach, though. He probably should have. Absolutely. Okay, so now that we have this open, we're just going to hang on to it with our tool. Now I'm not holding very... These actually hold pretty good. Okay, so I just grab that. Now I'm going to grab my claw, and I'm going to send that through there. Okay, now I'm going to leave it open. Okay, I'm going to leave it open because we need to add some chain. We're going to add this little bit of chain, then we're going to add this little bit of chain, and I'm going to add this little bit of chain right up here towards the beginning. Oh no, don't say. You want to fit, don't you? Yes, you do. Come on. Squeagle on there. Or don't. I do care, honestly. Ooh, it's being difficult. Sometimes. I know the hole is big enough. I can see. Come on, don't be a stinker. Maybe the hole isn't big enough. Okay, next. That's all right. We're just going to try another one. Oh, here's one that's got some big loops on it. Okay, that's better. So we get those two on there. Now I'm going to do the same thing, only I'm going to close it. And that's just because I don't want it to open, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to attach this to this because I'm not a measurer. I'm an eyeballer. So we're going to close this and we're going to see. Okay. I don't need it terribly long. Okay. But I want it to, you know, hang out. So I'm thinking if it's in the closed position, maybe my last bead could be here, or if it's like this, I mean, it's just going to look gorgeous. So I'm thinking there, okay? So I'm going to put my little tool here, and then I'm going to see if any of these are, yep, they pull apart. Look at that. That one's there, and then we're going to test this one. Yep, this one's got a slice too. So again, just push it open. You can use, ooh, that one's a tough one. Just like so. And we can remove that little jump ring, the little O-ring in the middle. Oops. Oh no, I did that right. So I've got two little chains. Okay. So I'm going to come and grab my little lobster claw. Okay, and I'm just going to add, let's see, we want one for you, one for you. I think you two are going to hang out together, and then you're going to be in the middle of one. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So I need 1, 2, 3 pieces of chain. So I'm going to pick one of these. I'm going to open this back up, grab, push, grab this right in his little O-ring. And now that's all the chain I want. So I'm going to push this closed and make sure it's nice and snug, that nobody's going to escape. No escaping artists. Okay. And then this one is going to be in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate it actually way up high. Okay. It's going to be shorter than the other. And we're just going to do our little twist. Get that opened. Okay. Come on. I know. It's difficult. Okay. So there is that. I'm going to borrow this open jump ring. And I'm going to cinch it up to my first bead. Okay. We're going to take that small chain. And we're going to cinch that right up into there. Okay. And now we're going to close it. Maybe. Grab another tool. These little teeny ones. Little teeny ones. Okay, you're being stubborn. Yes, I know. Kind of smushed mine a little bit. There we go. And then we just want to make sure that it's closed. So I'm going to pinch mine together. Okay, so there's our first bead. Okay, I'm going to grab that other opened end jump ring, because remember I pulled two. I really opened that one too wide. That's okay. I'm going to take this one, I'm going to grab this, and then I'm going to grab a little bit more of the same chain. Okay, and then we're going to close that up. We're just going to bite both sides, pinch it together, pinch it together. Like so. Pinch. Haha. And then we have that. And then we can decide how long we want that, because this little Jimmy is going to hang on there. Or maybe not that one. We need an ender. Let's put an ender on that one. Because I'll hang those two together. And so I think I'm going to cut. This one's going to be my long one. We're going to put that right there. Grab the wrong ones. Gonna pinch and pry. Okay. And then if I do this right, let's pry it from the other side. We're going to take off this wire or this chain. Okay, and then we're going to hang our little owl on there. Get you on there, and then we're going to close the bag up. Heh. Maybe. Make sure it's nice and snug. We'll bite. And we've got our first strand all done. So I'm just going to go through and do that. I'm going to open up the little chains. If I don't have, that one's from something else. So we're going to find the little bite, open, okay, and then we're going to find our other end piece, get that through there, and we're going to close that up. Come on. Like so. Okay, and then we have our little, clanky now, clanky, clanky. And then we're going to grab this little piece, and I didn't think this one out very well, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do, I should have put an end piece on that one. I should have, but that's okay. Let's put that in the middle. Put that one in the middle. Take that off, put that one on, and we're going to close this up. And a little bite to either flatten or pinch it closed. And then we're going to dangle this one. It comes with its own jump ring. So I'm just going to open this one up. And grab the bottom of this one. Like so. Maybe. There we go. And ta-da! We have our little charm for our green zipper pull on our thing. Did you find the guy with the glorious mustache? Who? Yep. So you get your old chain. You get some jump rings. Okay. You get your little eye pins and head pins. And your little tools. Okay. These three, I would say, are the most. But like I said, you probably have needle nose pliers in your tool chest. Okay. Some little wire snips from doing die cutting. Or, I mean, if you're a paper crafter. But these are probably the most specially ones. But you can get them inexpensively. Okay. These are by Bead Landing, the whole kit. I think I got it at Joann's with a coupon years ago. But so then we find our green drawer, green pull. So I can hang this on here like so. And then if you make changes and stuff, you have this for another one. So you don't have to throw these away. I'm just going to drop that right back in its little bin. Like so. All these little pieces I have left over. I'm going to put those away. And then look. However, if you do charms for your pulls, be sure to grab it at the zipper part. Okay? Because you don't want to accidentally break your clasp or anything. Let me zip this back up. We'll zoom out just a little teeny bit here. Oh my goodness. So this is sitting on your bookcase like so. Look at that. And then when I do the other colors here, oh, it's going to be so yummy. Look it. What do you guys think? Oh my goodness. And see, I've got enough beads. I can make a matching bracelet. And see, and this is all it takes, okay? You take, instead of attaching to this, you take your chains around. You can do 3 strands, right? And then wrap that around and connect them to the other end, and you've made yourself a bracelet or necklace. But yeah, so now when I pull this off the shelf, and I just need that one green pencil or yellow, because that's what it's telling me. And then I can just check it out. Oh, you know, I really miss beading. So if you guys like this and you want to, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some of these because, you know, it is really hard to show the detail. I think what I'll do is I'll make some like YouTube shorts or TikTok where I just make them and then attach them and show their beauty. But look it. Isn't it so cute? And we did it in an hour, you guys. How exciting is that? Even though I had to get up a couple of times, I was able to do this in 1 hour. With all my explaining and trying to keep it in the camera. Diane of Oz, did you color code it to what colored pencil? Yes, I did. So if I need the green and yellows, because see, I put a little bit of yellow and orange in there. I know it's, the camera is not loving my setup. Okay, so I've got a little bit of green, yellow in there. So I just open this up and there's my greens and yellows. Okay. And what's super fun, okay, and I'm a junkie. I'm terrible, but if you want to try this, you know, old earrings, old necklaces that you might have for seasonal and holiday. You know, maybe you love Christmas all year round. You can totally put in like candies and stuff. Say like my one thing is all red, you know. This is very, very red, so I would put that on the string with the reds. And you can tailor it to your tastes. I bought some pumpkins for some orange. You know, orange is kind of one of those weird colors. But how cute is that going to be dangling off a little pumpkin with these cute little swirlums? Oh, I can't even do this. Okay, up a little, tip to the side. Okay, and if you craft with if you're watching the replay and you craft with people, okay, maybe go in halvesies or foursies, because if you're all just making one charm, or maybe you make one and then sell 3, okay, because I don't need 4 pumpkins, honestly, but I can make extras and put them for sale. Fimo beads, absolutely. If you're one of those ones that has polymer clays and Fimo and all that fun stuff, you can totally make your own beads. Okay. And I just did that too. So back when I was jewelry making, I would pull like this, like pet it. Because as you're petting it, okay, you might find one of your pieces is sticking out, your wire twisties, and then you just go in there and pinch it down. Like this one is sticking out just a little too much for my taste, so if I pinch that down, now when I do this, I don't feel that, and I felt another one over here. Something, I swear something poked me. Maybe it was that one. Yep. So if, you know, if you're selling, be sure to double check. We don't want to stab our friends and family. So just make sure that everything's tucked away. All those little sharp pointy areas are turned in. Oh, it is right there. That one's sticking out. So all you got to do is just grab and pinch, and it will tuck it in. Okay. All right. Pam White. Hello, hello. Thrift store for the win. Yeah. My mill had tons of custom jewelry, and I took them all apart, so I have tons of beads. Oh, mill. Mother-in-law. Absolutely. That's another project I want to work on. My mom, you know, she had a ton of costume jewelry, so I want to make, like, because I love trees, I love Christmas, and I'm thinking and I've seen it done where they take a board and they do all the costume jewelry into like shapes and stuff. So I want to do like a Christmas tree with all my mom's old costume jewelry. But yeah. T, how do you know I don't want to stab my friends and family? Just a little love poke. Oh, that's too funny. Alrighty, my friends. Well, I thank you all so much for hanging out with me today on Mystery Monday. And let me double check, because, you know, if you see my Mystery Mondays and you're like, I love non-paper crafts and I would like to show what I do, let me know. I do have openings for Mystery Mondays twice a month. I have openings, and twice a month I have a regular reoccurring guest, and that is Deborah McDonald, and she will be with me next Monday on the 7th. She and I will be hanging out. Coming up, what is today? Today is Monday. Hello, we're talking about Mystery Monday, Elizabeth. So Tuesday, is the first Tuesday of the month, so I will be live with Debbie J on her channel. And then Wednesday, I'm super excited. I'm having guest Kendra from Cards by Kendra is going to be joining me. And if you're in our Facebook group, I did share a free sentiment printable. It's all about baby showers. So if you want a free printable, download it, print it, have fun with it. It's 100% free. You can do whatever you want with it. And then, something just totally aggravated my nose, you guys. Woo! All this dust from these gems. All this dust. The free printable on both our groups, Kendra's group and mine. The link is in the chat with Sassy's Crafty Friends. Now it sounds like I'm crying. Oh my goodness. My nose. Okay. Printable. 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, Kendra is joining me. So we're going to make a baby shower cake. Right here, Thursday the 3rd at 5 p.m. we have a bonus live. Ms. Biddy Penny is going to be my voice. Like I was kind of her voice towards the end of her video. She's going to be my voice for Thursday. I'm doing the blindfolded challenge. And if you guys are interested, T did a video, Biddy Penny did a video, and it is the hashtag the Crazy Craft Challenge. Okay. And that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm super excited. I have some ideas to make mine fun. hopefully. Or not so much fun, but interesting. I've been really thinking about this challenge. Have y'all seen The Teapot by Dreaming Tea? I have not even heard of Dreaming Tea. Is that a YouTuber or... Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. Yeah. I'm like really scared to do this blindfolded challenge, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Okay. So yeah, lots of goodies this week. I'm live with Debbie J tomorrow. Kendra's live with me on Wednesday, and then Thursday we're going blindfolded. I don't know what theme though. Do you guys want to see a theme? Let me know. Drop a comment in the comments below. Practice. Nah. I'm just gonna turn on the camera and be like, okay, let's go. Thanks, Sherry D. And thank you all so much for joining me today. I had a blast. And it's great to be back into, yes, Tease was amazing. She did a fabulous job. Although the gremlins did walk off with one of her brushes. Did you ever find that brush? Is it still MIA? Okay. But, yeah, so we'll see you all over. No, that sounds terrible. We'll see you later this week. And I'll post Debbie J's and Kendra's information down in the description box below if you want to go check out their goodies. And until next time, we will see you later. Dreaming Tree is a company that sells cool SVGs for 3D projects with electronic cutting machines. Yeah, no. I'm not a big 3D project-y person. But thanks for sharing that. I'm sure somebody will like that. And again, you guys, that is Dreaming Tree for 3D cut projects. Set your gremlin tracks. Oh, you think one of the dogs ran off with it? I'm sorry. Alrighty, y'all. Have a great night. Stay safe out there. Stay warm or chilled if it's too hot in your area. And we will see you next time. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Now I'm going to make it